Hello, welcome to my Konjac walkthrough for the Tofu Survivor. Konjac's pretty cool. At first glance, it seems really easy because you get a grenade launcher, a flamethrower, you even get a first aid kit, but really you don't have much healing. So right here you can run past these zombies if you beeline it like right past her. If you're a fraction of a second like too slow, she'll probably get you, if that's been your experience. Here you can bait his attack. I mess up, I get too close. Basically, I was supposed to double back, like, I don't know, I just didn't react in time. In my other clip, I show you how to turn around on my flan playthrough. I really wish I would have got it there, but, that shows you basically can use one frag grenade as a counter to make it through this level, but you really need like 4 that are essential. You could probably get away with using 2 as a counter. That's the other thing, is that this guy does not have many counters. Because if you use your frag grenades on solo mobs, you're not going to be able to clear out. You're not going to be able to make them run as easy as it could be. So here I just spent a lot of time flaming dogs. I would have had a really. This would have been my best time had I not wasted all that time there. That was probably like 20 or 30 seconds. I recommend just beelining it for the lift. I'd say 75% of the time, 80% of the time, I do not take damage from that, just running and going down. This room's a different story. I recommend using the like, grenade launcher to cause a little like stagger patch. Like all those dogs just got like knocked down and like staggered, so they were out of the fight. The zombie wasn't. So that can be a little precarious. That's probably the hardest room in the whole pull, I swear. You can dodge all the zombies coming up. I show this in my other playthroughs. But this is where it can go wrong. So I did not swoop wide enough. And you want to be close to the right when you're going towards that lady. You want to be basically right in front of her and beeline it behind the guy in the white shirt in the middle. Otherwise, that's what happens. The guy on the very left lunges at you and throws the whole flow off. So you kind of want to like swoop in from the right. I was too close to him on the left. Now I think here I properly dodged these G-adults. I've been messing with the bait. I've been watching people do it and it's really nice. So I bait it here to count to 4, and then I turn around. So it's like I go right when I turn around. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I flip really quick and go back. I do another 180. As you notice there. I also, you want to stay left. Like if you imagine that they're in their if you imagine that each of the G-adults are in their own lane, almost like driving. Now the ones racing at you in the left lane, you want to stay in the left lane, because what happens is the spawns, the babies that the right G-adult spews forth, they'll move and merge into the left lane trying to chase you. So now when you switch directions and you go around them on the right side, that lane will be completely free of any baby spawns that will blow up in your face. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I have to put my thoughts into a nice, coherent package. Here you just want to beeline it, kind of like before. You beeline it right for the back. You're basically going to get as close as you can to the bald guy, because with as straight of a path, because then you get like right past him and you get the furthest out of his reach. Here's pretty self-explanatory. You only have to hit the licker once with a flame. It seems to be their weakness. It's wild. I love it. I hate lickers. The only thing I found effective versus them is like magnums and the grenade launcher. Aside from like the missile launcher and minigun and stuff. Even the minigun's not effective against them because they're so fast. It takes like 20 shots to put them down, so you have to start from from far away. The grenade launcher's like one-shot kill. Just like LOL liquor. So basically you can dodge all the stuff up until the parking garage, right after you climb from the ladder. I'd say you have a 92% chance not to take damage, just beeline it for the ladder. Every now and then you get clipped. I think I've been clipped once, so that's why I say it's such a high percent. I found this route out from Hojo. The other way is way more cluttered. You have to deal with like 6 zombies. This still isn't a smart strategy. I was trying to try something new. I wanted to see if I could get through, because it seems like there's only 3 zombies, but then this guy's up. The guy with the hat, he was probably on my right. And this also doesn't get the cop that's always in your way. The guy I was trying to get is this guy right. Oh, he's okay. That was the playthrough before. There's usually a cop there. That's why if you're going to throw a frag grenade, try to throw it into the back. So that way you hit him. And then incapacitate or stagger the ones that are close to you. Self-explanatory, I just run through that hallway. If you're a different character, you might want to slow walk. Because you can't just blow up the liquor. Now, if you run at this corner like in an L, instead of arcing, but if you go very like, yes, like that, you will dodge his punch. Right here to the right, I recommend grenade launching this guy. Because, yeah, you want to go behind the zombie's back. I was going to like switch last second because I saw he was twisting like that, but it managed to work out, so... From here, I choose to go this way because I've never been attacked this way, but the times I've tried to run through the front, like in front of this guy, he always gets me, and I just don't have the patience when I can do that. If that makes sense. Like, to lose a run or get bit just because, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to force that when I could just do something that's, like, probably saves me a split second, you know? Okay, so liquor, kill it in the hallway. I knew this, I basically won when I had 4 grenades here. I wanted to try to use one, so I throw one, it landed really close, and it didn't do anything to Mr. X, or just not enough. So then I like kind of panicked, he hits me, but I still get the frag off. So my instinct and what I recommended is just to throw 2 right off the bat. This is with Konjac and with the Yurio Mochi, the one that's all grenades. For him, I even recommend throwing 3. Like 2 right at the front where Mr. X was, and then 1 in the back by the bathroom. Because there's always another zombie that waits back there to kill you. Just like in the garage, there's the one behind the pillar like that gets you, or like waits for you. There's one like that right by the bathroom. So trying to get the grenade into the back like that's important. Here you can dodge if you run it like a reverse check mark. So I did like basically at a 45-degree angle, I ran straight to... I don't know, like right next to the door basically, to where it opens, and then I finished the check mark off by like sliding into the door, if that makes sense. The second zombie never attacks you. In my one clip, you'll see there's this awkward moment where he's just waiting, and I'm waiting, no one attacks me, and I'm like, okay, I just run past. So the one that only gets you is the one in the door. Here you want to throw a grenade. My timing was a little off, but not actually. I mean, it went right where it needed to go. Kills everyone in the hall. Here, I decided to just launch a grenade launcher, because I don't know, I'm not going to have one of those yet. And I love killing lickers, instead of running. Kill him, because you don't want to waste a grenade, of course. And another video I want to mention, if they have a higher ground on you, you can't counterattack. Here you want to run wide around him, so he can't grab you, and you won't get hit by the dogs. And then here, I choose the slow walk, right to the door. But going back to the higher ground, it's very interesting. They just knock you off balance, and you can't counterattack, and you're underneath them, and you take damage no matter what. So that's just a tip that you can bring with you to any game mode. Yes. And the other thing I wanted to mention, if it's not kind of self-explanatory, is to always have your face to them if you're going to take damage, like turn really quick, unless it's going to really throw things off, because that way you can counter. I recommend that if you're in danger. So here, you can notice, if you beeline it, you'll get caught by this zombie, and then you can shoot him in the face with your grenade launcher. It takes everyone out. I was very lucky there, holy shit. And then I was out of grenades, so I had to manually kill them. I also... This was bad. Zombies take a while to die, it sucks. You have to let them, like, really char. Then I didn't really expect that, because I did not hear the footsteps. Like, usually they sound so much louder. I was just double checking to make sure I did everything. I realized she was the last person I had to kill, so I didn't have to reload. I could just run through the fire. And then I beeline it, knowing that I have a first aid kit that I can use in case he does punch me. And I could just, like, cheese it, you know. Boom, winning the scenario. So, it wasn't the cleanest run. It was the first attempt today, so or actually second attempt. It was definitely second attempt today. I tried it like, I don't know, like 8 times yesterday, and I'm happy I got it. I hope you learned a lot. And then I include the ending animation so you can see what that's all about. And if you check all the videos I have, you'll see all the different like pulls where you can avoid all of it, but that's pretty much all of it. So I hope you learned as much as you could, and enjoy. Good luck on your runs.